Welcome to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank you so much for stopping by today. The subject of my vlog today is Booty and the Beast, ugly bar girls in Thailand. Viewer discretion advised. Before I get started, let me welcome my viewers and subscribers. Thank you so much for your kindness, your generosity, and your support of my channel. It's truly been amazing, and I'll never take that for granted. Of all the beautiful and exotic things that I saw and experienced in Thailand, nothing stood out more than the abundance of ugly bar girls. And if this offends you, go ahead and change the channel. One guy says, oh, you shouldn't use that word ugly. Well, even if I said unattractive, it all means the same thing. Let's stop being so politically correct. Let me put this disclaimer out there that a lot of the women I'm talking about are victims of human trafficking. Some just have poor living conditions that force them into this sort of work. So I'm not really picking on anybody, but I got to give you the 360, which is what I do. The good, the bad, and anything in between. I was thoroughly impressed with Thailand, but I wasn't impressed with that bar scene because I was led to believe it was going to be something else. I was led to believe there was going to be a Beyonce on every corner, but it really wasn't. So when you go over there, I just want to warn you that many of these women are rejects to the 9th degree, beat up from the feet up. A lot of them are on drugs. And if you're like me, you're going to be surprised, disappointed, and shocked. This went from the time I landed in Bangkok to Pattaya and in between. We're going to talk about freelancers. We're going to talk about Thai massage. We're going to talk about Soy 6, Walking Street, and Nana Plaza. Now, I want my viewers and subscribers who have a lot of knowledge on Thailand to educate me, because obviously I went to the wrong place. A lot of these women had ring around the booty, ring around the knee. They were worn out. They've been doing this too long. Blame it on the pandemic. I know one gentleman said, a lot of the stunners went back to the province and they're going to wait it out until things get back to normal. And that's why there's so many unattractive or ugly women working in the bars. And I guess it's like anything else. You get what you pay for. But what was so shocking to me is a lot of these ugly women, they were trying to charge you top dollar. But the minute that I landed in Bangkok, it was around close to midnight. We were hungry and we were trying to get something to eat. So we found the Burger King about 2 blocks away. Little did we know we were right around the corner from Nana Plaza. But we didn't know it at that time. I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. So we're walking up the main street toward the main road. And I see the first freelancer. She was an African lady. She was actually decent looking, but her clothes were dirty. It tells she had a long day and probably looking forward to a longer night. And I thought to myself, man, if this is what's waiting over here for men, they're in trouble. And there was a couple of other African women with her, a couple of old bloated looking white women. I don't know if they were from Russia or America, because Mr. Lee told me that Americans was over there working. They said if you're in the sex industry, Thailand's the place to be. So there's no discriminating. Even Maryland told me there's a lot of Filipinos working in Thailand. But I kind of stuck that in my mind because, remember, I'd never been to Thailand before. I was only there basically 4 days. So I didn't see a whole lot. But I saw her. It kind of took me back because I said, wow, she's from Africa. What is she doing over here? See, I know very little about Thailand. So the next day we decided, let's go to see what this Nana Plaza is all about. And everybody knows what Nana Plaza is. It's just a flesh market. It's 3 stories of clubs. You in one way. It's one way in and one way out. And I never seen so many ugly women in all my life. So many fat guts and bubble butts, fake butts. It was discouraging, man. I was really disappointed. And they're aggressive. They're all in your face. Sometimes you got to get physical with them. A lady stood right in front of me and wouldn't move. I was like, lady, get out of my way. And they're charging just ridiculous prices. We wanted to experience it just so that we could talk about it. The one club we went into, I think it was called, I can't remember. Was it Twister? It was 800 bar fine and 3,000 for the short time. And these ladies were so worn out, man. These were tramps. Let's just be honest. They wasn't even thinking about a long term. You couldn't even negotiate a long time with them. And by the end of the night, if you think I'm playing, ask anybody that was with me. There were women literally. There was a lady crying, begging people to take her home. That's how bad it was. Out of 20 women there, I would say 2 women probably were getting all the business. The other 18 probably didn't turn a trick the whole night. So if you go to Nana Plaza and you go into a club and you see those 2 nice looking women, they're the ones working all the time. So if you don't want hand-me-downs, if you don't want seconds, if you don't want to catch age, you probably just want to pull you one of those ugly bar girls. Those 2 that I'm talking about, the nice looking ones, they're somewhere around 7s and 8s. The rest of them are 3s and 4s. I was really disappointed. I was really surprised because I was looking for something a whole lot better. And if you don't know what ring around the booty is, you should know. It's that dark line right where the butt and the thigh meet. It's a dark line that goes across there, man. And most of the women had that. Or they had ring around the knee where their whole body was one color and their knees was darker color. Let's face it, a lot of these women have spent the majority, the peak of their lives on their back. And from what I was told, when they get older and they're no longer attractive on the bar scene, they move into the massage scene, which I'm going to get to that. But let's talk about the freelancers outside, because we asked them, like I said, we wasn't really interested, but we wanted to know what was the short time. And the lady was 2 women standing out there. They were eating, smacking their lips. And the one said, well, it's 1,000 for the short time, 1,500 for the long time. They were going to spend the whole night with you, but I see why. I have to give them credit, though. They were only charging you for what they were worth, because they both look like AIDS warmed over. And everybody knows Thailand is an AIDS hotspot. And the Philippines, okay? But the difference between the 2 is the Philippines, 85% of new cases are men. This lady had bumps all around her mouth. Just looked like a mess. Just a complete mess. And I don't know, I guess when you combine thirsty men and alcohol, they don't look so bad. But for somebody I was stark, raving, sober. Nothing turned me on. Nothing cried out to me. It was only later on that we see some women who were worthy of the money they were asking. But this Nana Plaza, I'm going to have to scratch it off my bucket list. It's something to see. It's a spectacle. It was fairly crowded, but yeah, the women in there was 3 stories of tramps, man. Skunks, really. And I was disappointed. So Mr. Lee said, once a lady gets out of her 20s, because most of the women we talked to, they were somewhere in between 18 and 28. He said once they get 30 and above and start getting old and worn out, they move into the massage place. And see, we wanted to get a massage, but we wanted just a real massage. So Mr. Lee said, look, when you go in there, you tell them massage only. Because if you don't, they're going to go all the way. They're going to keep going. Because they ask you to take off all your clothes. And see, I'm naive. I knew nothing about that. I'm just thinking these are some little old, crusty-looking women in here trying to earn a buck. But no, these is freelancers. These are prostitutes. These are bar girls, man, and they're ugly, man. And I want you guys to show us where the beautiful bar girls are. Because we didn't see any. It was mostly Booty and the Beast. If a lady did have a nice looking shape, then her face was tore up. If she had a nice looking face, her body was tore up. Like I said, you probably had about 2 out of 20 that was worth it, and those are the ones in the rotation. The other 18, it's not worth it, man. You got to drink plenty Jack Daniels before they start looking good. But anyway, we went to this one massage place, and the guy was with me. He left. He said, I don't want none of these women touching me, even though it's just a regular massage. I mean, because they was old, man. You could tell they were way past their day. Their best days was behind them. The lady that gave me a massage, her hands felt like bricks. But I needed a massage. And to be honest, she gave me a good massage. But I'm coming from the Philippines. Before I left, John, you know, the chauffeur in Cebu, he took me to a place right across from Parkmore Mall. It was called something Thai massage. It was only 200 pesos. And with the dollar being 55 something right now, that's less than $4, man. I got one of the best massages I've ever had in the Philippines. Because that's the only thing I can compare it to. I've never got a massage in America. So she charged me 550 baht, which was really too much. I gave her 1,000 baht tip. But yeah, if you get a massage in Thailand, no matter where you go, make sure you tell them massage only. Unless you want them to keep going. Because if you don't, they're going to keep going. But these are where the old women work. They're no longer, you know, what can I say, useful on the street. So they hide in the shadows in these massage places, man. But these women, man, I was really shocked, man, because you've seen my video before where where Lee took us downtown in the district where it's dedicated to nothing but the palace, man. It's just unbelievable, man. There's so much beauty, so much to see in Thailand. But what stuck out to me was the abundance. It was just so many. It was like, only thing you got to do is have a pussy to work there. I don't know if the demand is that high under normal circumstances or not, because when we were there, it was pretty quiet. But yeah, I checked Nana Plaza off my list. So then my travel buddy, he went to Phuket. I went to Pattaya. It didn't get any better. You know, that Soy 6. It's something to see for the first time. It's like a circus. You have to see it. But on both sides of the on both sides of the street, there's nothing but bars. And maybe 10, 12 ladies in each bar. Like I said, you get that percentage at 1 out of 12. But if you like fat guts and fake butts, then it's the place for you. These women are aggressive. They're all up in your face, begging you for a trick. And I just wasn't expecting that. I was expecting to see more beauty. But we got more beast. I was expecting to see a lot more selection than what was there. I mean, it was pitiful. You're going to get a better looking woman in a crack house. And I'm serious. But this is before I found out that a lot of them women on Soy 6 are on drugs. I guess you would have to be to do that kind of work. every single day. But to be honest, there was some stunners. There was a few, man, just a few. In Louisville, they got a place called Godfathers, and their promotion is we have 100 beautiful women and one ugly one. Well, on Soy 6, it was 100 ugly women and one beautiful one. So I just want to give you the 360. I just want to warn you what you're going to see. That's why I tell you, I enjoyed Thailand because I didn't even have to deal with that bar scene. And I still got my socks knocked off because people was asking me, man, how were you able to resist that? It's real easy, to tell you the truth, because nothing's going to jump out at you. A lot of these women, man, they could easily be in the next Thriller video. But let's be honest, they probably look better than the women in the hood or wherever you from. And like I said, you're thirsty, you put some liquor on top of that, and hell, they all look like Beyonce. But yeah, these women were tore up from the floor up, man. I have to be honest with you. I'm going to give you the 360. I'm going to give you the nitty gritty. I'm not going to lie to you. It didn't get much better on Walking Street. It didn't. The prices just went up. I can't say on Soy 6 it's reasonable. 300 bar fan, 1,000 baht short time. And like I said, these women are so worn out, they're really not trying to do the long time anymore. They're not trying to go all night. But I need you guys to educate me, to show me where the real deal is, so I can point other people into that direction. I know you can go to Honey 1, 2, they got a Honey 3 now, Tree Town, all those places. I just wasn't there long enough. I'm giving you my boots on the ground experience. I know I'm going to catch some flack on this. They're going to say, oh, you didn't know what to look for. You didn't go to the right places. And you're probably right. But the food is next level. The atmosphere is next level. But the bar scene, man, there's too many ugly bar girls. And it stuck out to me, man. I'm trained. I got a trained eye. I had to talk about this. I want to get y'all's feedback. Because if you're anything like me, man, you're going to be surprised, man. You're going to be disappointed. You're going to be shocked. You're going to say, where's all the Beyoncés? Where are all the beautiful women? And I guess you get what you pay for. We came there looking for stunners, man. We didn't find any. So thank you so much for stopping by today. I just wanted to talk about this. I get the conversation started. That's what stood out to me the most. The ugly bar girls. So many of them. All you have to have, I guess, is a pussy to work there. That's the only requirement. Because if you had to be good looking, if you had to be in shape, too many fat guts, man, and fake butts. Ring around the booty. Ring around the knee. It was terrible, man. So we want to see the beauty next time and not the beast. So if you're in America, you're already up and around. It's late over here. We got in late. I'm in Dumaguete. You see, I'm in the Tip Top Hotel. About 1,250 pesos. That's exactly how much it costs. And you get hot and cold. You get cold air. I just got it cut down to do my video. Maryland's right behind me, sleep. It's right across the street from Robinson. It's a good deal. So in America, you're already up and about going through your day. If you see somebody on the street or wherever you see them, buy them something to eat, buy them something to drink, give them a few dollars. If you're in the Philippines, it's about 2 a.m. in the morning. So I'm going to speak to your subconscious mind. When you get up, you're on your way to work. You're on your way to the market, to the mall, to go work out. Put it in your mind to help somebody. There's no excuse not to help somebody over here. It's not a day goes by that I don't help somebody. I'm back here, so today I will have our electronic community pantry giveaway drawing. We're going to award 2 of our Filipino subscribers 1,200 pesos worth of groceries. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. When we help other people, we help ourselves. Take care, stay safe, stay COVID free. I'll see you next time.